Okay, I should be live right now. I'm testing a different thing this time around. I'm doing, what was the name of this? The normal latency, which means that I'll be like 30 seconds late to reading your comment in the chat, but the quality of the stream should be significantly better. So keep that in mind, and I'm using a separate PC to do the stream. Okay, it's working, good. So yeah, guys, it will have some latency while I'm talking to you. So don't be don't be angry if I don't respond right away. So well, this is on a separate PC. As you can see, I will start testing this game. How are you doing, guys? Good to see ya. I'm just starting to read your comments. They just showed up. ¿Cómo están? ¿Todo bien? So well, I'll be testing my internet connection and at the same time this game that just released, early access, thanks to the publisher for providing a copy of this game. So yeah, hello everyone, I'm Santiago and today I'm gonna be testing my internet connection and green hell on the 1050 Ti. So yeah, this is the options menu. The game doesn't have an in-game options menu yet, at least a complete one. So we really have very high, medium, low, and very low. Let's start with very high 1080p. So yeah, let's click play. Hello, how are you doing, guys? NAME, Static Rain, Islam Gamer, Anthony PNT, Dude Guy, Tultam, ¿cómo estás? Barely Functional. Good to see all of you guys. Okay. Let me change the quality of the stream here. I think it's having problems again. That's not good. Alright, survival. Yeah, something is wrong with the stream now, it seems. That's alright. Bueno, debería haber vuelto. I should be back, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of latency. That's fine. So let's override my save. Let's see. Yeah, it's very difficult to tell what's going on. So I'll keep trying. Yeah, Santiago is my last name. It should be. But yeah, I had a problem with the stream. It went down for like 30 seconds, but it's back up. So yeah, I'm just loading the game now. If I will go with i3-8100 and 1050 Ti, can I play most AAA games? Yeah, sure, if the RAM is on your channel, it should be fine for now.
I'm here. Hey! I made it!
Hola, Juan José Martínez, ¿todo bien?
Is everything all right?
He sounds a lot like Nathan Drake.
Come up!
It worked on G4560? Yes.
Walkie-talkie, right?
Zongo, I didn't get a copy of the game yet, so not right now.
Come up.
But I'll test it next week, maybe, hopefully.
I need to find something.
¿Hablo español? Sí, por supuesto que hablo español. It's fine, bro. The stream is good now. Thanks, Static Rain. I hope it stays that way. So let's reply. What exactly?
What exactly? The gear should already be at the camp.
Doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty good, actually. But the performance, yeah. But as I was saying, it should work on the G4560 because there's very low CPU usage. It seems to be more a GPU-bound game,
I know.
and the VRAM usage is very high. But yeah, overall it seems to be fine. Can run PUBG smoothly 60 frames per second on my 1050? Yes, if you lower the settings, it should be fine. So then what causes spikes lag in some games like Assassin's Creed Origins when I have 1070 Ti, 2700X, 16GB of RAM? Well, probably the game. it has a lot of problems with stutters, especially in Alexandria. Try to do a clean driver installation, but on a 2700X it shouldn't be that much of a problem. So yeah, try that, and hopefully it helps. If not, try to close stuff in the background. It shouldn't be that, but that game is weird. On some PCs runs well, on some others it's kind of a mess. ¿Qué tal son esos cascos HyperX que llevas? Son los HyperX Cloud 2, son re cómodos, se escucha todo re bien, no escucho nada fuera de mis oídos, todo perfecto. No, de verdad me encanta. I was saying in Spanish that the HyperX headset I have is called the Cloud 2's, HyperX Cloud 2. It's very comfortable, you cannot hear anything outside of them, so if someone is shouting at you at your side, you won't really notice it. And yeah, they're very comfy. If I'm an expert in computers, well, thanks. I'm not really an expert, but I'm just some guy, but thanks. Hey, Benuki, how are you doing? Sorry if I mispronounced that, I probably messed it up. Love your i3 1050 stream video, thanks. It took a while to make.
The camp looks impressive. They put
The
up
camp
a tent
looks
for us.
impressive.
There's even a fire pit. Looks like everything's ready. Soul Trail always delivers.
I just want GeForce 1060 and 1030. I have 21k subscribers, but I have Q8300 and HD 4300. Well, it's not bad with those specs. If you have that amount of followers, it should be pretty good. Send me a link later on private message. I want to check it out.
Maybe we should reconsider this.
The Lost Tribe.
I'm sure it's the best idea for you to visit them alone.
But yeah, now it's dropping below 30. Remember, this is maximum settings 1080p on an unfinished game.
Oh, don't worry. It'll be all right.
So
Better pick
yeah.
up some wood. Let's have a romantic dinner.
¿Cómo andas? ¿Qué tal ese juego?
Romantic canned beans.
Bueno, por ahora recién arranqué,
Use
así
your
que no hay mucho que pueda
imagination.
decir. Es un juego de supervivencia. Y está en Early Access. Por ahora eso es lo que puedo decir. I have been your subscriber since 1000 subs. Thanks for sticking around then. I appreciate it. Find a tool for cutting trees. I'll try to. Maybe this pencil? Nah, never mind.
Hunt, get the campfire started,
Ah,
please.
come on. Nothing here. There should be a tool outside. Oh. Good. 2 machetes. But yeah, the performance is not that good on maximum settings. We're jumping below 30 sometimes. But it's just GPU bound. The CPU is not doing much at all. Let me see if this is enough to cut down trees. It will be kind of ridiculous. But let's give it a try. Okay. Not sure if what I'm doing is correct. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it feels very choppy. I'll probably lower the settings after I'm done with this tutorial. But yeah. Yeah, man. My brain hates me now. Okay. 4 units of RAM, enough for Fortnite. It should be fine. I wouldn't trust it 100% because sometimes some games start using very little RAM and just start playing like 30 minutes and it rises. Choose a place for a small campfire. Alright. Notebook. Oh, okay. Just like the forest.
Honey, I can't seem to find a bag or two. Are you sure you brought everything?
Okay.
Yeah, everything the porters
Let me see if I
left.
can... Yeah,
Why?
okay. That was good. I wasn't expecting
Anything
this.
missing?
That's very creative.
I'm not sure yet. But it feels that way.
Okay. I'm not sure how to select. Nope, I don't want to throw this away. Man. ¿Puedo agregarte en Steam? Sí, por supuesto, está mi link en la parte about del canal. Puedes agregarme. If you want to add me to Steam, guys, there's a link in the about section of the channel. I don't remember what I was doing. C. Oh, yeah, C. And then... Okay, some ropes. But yeah, the performance with maximum settings is not so good, unfortunately. I think I'll just lower the settings because I'm getting a little dizzy. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, this works, the saving system. So let's change the settings as of right now, because it's getting kind of annoying. Let's put high. So we'll go in back into status. Let's put 1080p high. High right now. Now let's jump back into the game. As you can see, high settings, 1080p. Let's close the magnifier. I was using ultra settings, now I'm using high. So it should be better with the performance. It was getting kind of dizzy with less than 30 frames per second. Tried Dirty Bomb, it got a 1.0 release. Well, I'll try it out. I forgot that game was in early access, so that's good to see. Does FPP games run better than TPP? Well, it depends on the game. If it's PUBG, it's not much of a difference, to be honest. So it depends on the game. Usually on third-person perspective you have more of an FOV, so there's more stuff being rendered, but it depends. ¿Qué gabinete o caja usas para ese setup? En este caso no estoy usando caja, estoy usando... Es una caja de una placa madre con todo construido encima. I was saying in Spanish that I'm not using a case for this PC, it's an open test bench. And this open test bench that I'm talking about is just a box of a motherboard with the PC components over it. So there's not actually a case over it, which is kind of funny.
Well, that's everything.
Hi, Elite Monkeys. Yes, I'm fine. What about you?
What that means, don't you?
I remember the agreement.
Okay, so on high,
Maybe you should.
I'm getting like
maybe
5
we
FPS more.
should
As you
reduce
can
settings.
see, we're over 30 frames per
Not sure it's
second
the
now,
best idea for you
instead
to
of
visit them
27 to 31.
You know, I have to
So
do
yeah,
this.
this feels
It's
better.
the only
Not
way to
perfect,
make
but
them
it feels
talk.
better.
Oh, don't worry. It'll be all
Now I
right.
know what to do, so...
Better pick up some wood. Let's have a romantic dinner.
Romantic canned beans.
Use your imagination.
Okay, I got some sticks. Okay, drop this. I said drop it. Drop your weapon. Let's bring this here. And we turn it into sticks. Very creative. And this a plank. No, I cannot break it more. And if I open the notebook, I can select a small fire.
Honey,
And you disconstruct. Sorry guys, my English broke for a second. I can
Are you
deconstruct
sure
it
you
if
brought
I
everything?
want, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
how
everything
to
in the order's
select the
left.
sticks. It's kind of
Why?
embarrassing.
Is anything missing?
I'm
Oh.
not sure yet,
Okay,
but it feels that way.
that's what I can do. Okay, let's grab this again. I'm not sure how they want me to build this. It just requires sticks, small stick. I'm an idiot. Let me see if I can just convert them into smaller sticks. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm stupid. There's so many survival games recently. Yeah, there is a flood of survival games. But I'm usually into the ones that are in forests or places like that. I try to be a little more realistic. So this one got my attention because it reminded me of the forest and all that, and I really enjoyed the forest. But again, usually the survival games start in early access, very rough conditions. This is not as bad as I expected. I mean, the performance is not good, but the game looks decent. So yeah, it's early access, so I'm giving it a chance. Let me see if I can chop down some extra trees. Oh yeah, with a machete is kinda difficult, I think. Okay, a log. Let's convert this into sticks. Oh yeah, I like that it has a comprehensive tutorial. Okay, it was a tool to create ember.
Well, looks like everything's ready. Mia, can you bring me a light?
Hi, what kind of headphones? These are HyperX Cloud 2s.
When I mentioned we seemed to be lacking some equipment?
Don't tell me.
Love from India, love from Uruguay.
Yeah.
The game needs optimization, yes,
No
but at
fire.
least it doesn't stutter. This is
Now
high
single
settings, not
lighter,
ultra,
Nor box of
so
matches.
at least we can get 30 frames per second, but ultra below 30 was
We
kinda
ordered both.
disappointing, to be honest.
Did you check everywhere?
Yo, how are you
We
doing?
need to do it the old-fashioned
Good to
way.
see ya.
Well, not the
BLXNK
best start
Gaming.
of the expedition.
What you have to do in the game? Survive, but this is the tutorial. New class has been entered to your notebook. Okay. Oh, I see. So let's craft it. How do I craft? Drag and drop item crafting table. Oh, I see. This is just like the forest then. Alright. You have to check the notebook again. 1 second, guys. So for this I need a stick and a small stick. Oh, how creative. So 2 small sticks. We go into the crafting table. We got a stick. And where are the small sticks? That's a good question. I cannot see with the overlay. Pretty noise. Stick, small stick. Alright, that wasn't so difficult.
I need to find something dry.
And drill. Fire tools require tinder. Oh man, where do I find that? Not on the floor, that's for sure. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today we're going to be testing the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. Yeah, that's correct, but my name is wrong there. I think I'll just skip the tutorial, but it will be much more boring, I think. Stone, big stone. Nah, no thanks. Palm tree, palm leaf, sorry. Nah. No, I cannot go in there. Let me see the notebook if there's something about the tinder. And no, it's not the dating app, of course. It's to just get some fire going. Here, fire. Nope. A bird's nest, fiber, or some dry leaves. I cannot grab those. Sorry, why? Why sorry? It's fine. Estuve pensando en armar una nueva PC. Sí, por ahora funciona lo más bien. O sea, mientras ajustes los juegos correctamente, no vas a tener drama con esta PC. I was saying in Spanish that, well, someone was asking me if this PC that I'm using right now is good enough to play some games. So yeah, I think so. I mean, you can play every game out there, at least as of right now that I know. And you can also, I mean, as long as you have good expectations, decent expectations, sorry, better said, it should be fine. I mean, just don't expect ultra settings 60 frames per second, that would be kind of ridiculous. So yeah. Okay, I can use the crafting table. Put this here. And this? No. Okay, I'm not sure how to do this. The tutorial needs some work. Let's skip the tutorial and go straight into the open thing and just dive from first and not know what we're doing. And that should be a good idea, I think. This is very boring, me trying to learn how to create fire. Is Spanish easy? If you don't speak one of those languages, the romantic languages, it's very difficult. Especially if you only speak English, it's very difficult to learn Spanish. It requires, it requires a lot to learn Spanish. People in the US have a lot of trouble learning Spanish properly. Even by practicing a lot of years, some people have trouble speaking Spanish in a place where we speak Spanish natively. In my opinion, it's a very good language to learn. Very complex, but again, it requires a lot of work. Oh, a bed. How convenient. Maggots. A coconut. Okay, so someone was living here. Somebody. Give it a can. Beef jerky. Delicious. Candy bar. Why did you not make a stream on Twitch? Because Twitch doesn't allow the viewers to change the quality unless I'm a Twitch... what was the name? A Twitch partner. I mean, a Twitch partner requires time, so it will be like a long time making 720p streams at low quality, so people with slow internet connections can watch me. That's the only downside I have to Twitch. That they don't allow to change the quality if you're not a partner. I understand the decision. There's a lot of load to the servers if you put that for everyone, but I just cannot do it. I mean, on YouTube I can already let you guys play this on 1080p, 720p, 144p if you want. So there's a big difference with that. So 1080p high settings is over 30. Oh, a snake. Perfect. Now I'm going to die. Except for PUBG. What do you mean? C. Smith. I think you will get at least 40 frames per second any game right now with the systems. Yeah, probably. Even more. It depends on the game, of course. On PUBG you can get 60s just fine. If you use the competitive settings. I was able to even stream 1080p 30 while playing PUBG at 60 frames per second. So yeah, it's not a bad build at all, if you ask me. Considering how much you pay. Alright, I hope I can find some water. I'm losing my sanity according to that thing on the right. There's no water here. I should stop running. ¿Qué piensas de las nuevas RTX? Que están muy caras y que por el momento tendremos que ver cómo rinden comparado con las otras placas, las actuales. I was in Spanish that I was being asked about the RTX cards, what's my opinion on them. I think they are very expensive, which makes sense because it's a new technology. But at the same time, I don't know how they perform compared to the actual cards right now. I'm talking about non-ray tracing applications. So yeah, let's just wait and see. Probably we have a better idea on what's going on later on. Just wait for the reviews. Don't pre-order. Yeah, I'll test Scum once it's... yeah, next week. I didn't manage to get a copy yet. I wasn't able to pre-order it, so... I usually pre-order games so I can preload them. But Scum, I wasn't able to pre-purchase Scum. Which sucks, but I'll try to buy it again later. Tomorrow I'll be doing Insurgency Sandstorm stream. Okay. Give away me a PC. No, I didn't get a PC for free.
God, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, I'm thirsty as well, but I cannot find water. How convenient. This is usually what happens to me in survival games. I'm just out in the wild, there's no water, I get bit by a dangerous animal, and then I just die while I'm running. That's usually what happens to me in survival games, even in the forest. Another stick. Yeah, I'm about to die. Great. Good, so I can start in another location. Yeah, that's classic me. Well, yeah. At least I tried. Let's give it a second try. I'll lower the settings now to medium. Let's see if that improves the performance. RTX will give you an upper hand in multiplayer games because you can spot enemies' reflection. Yeah, but in Battlefield 5, how many games are going to get the RTX reflections that are multiplayer? Only 1 or 2 right now. Yeah, great advantage, but you might be getting 60 frames per second on 1080p. You never know. Just wait for the tests, and that's it. Is this game good as Fortnite? This game has nothing to do with Fortnite. This is just a survival game, a classic survival game. Okay, I'll try to find water first, then we'll see what we do. You've changed a lot? What do you mean? I shaved, that's all. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today... Yeah, Twisted Terror. That's perfect. 1050 Ti is more powerful than both consoles. Yeah, that's Snake, no thanks. Yeah, but it's all about optimization. I mean, the consoles always have the same hardware, usually, so it's much easier to optimize for them. Of course, you're gonna do magic with that, but on PC you have to make something that works across an infinite combination of components, so it's more difficult. Ok. ¿Cuál es el nombre de este juego? Se llama Green Hell, como podés ver en el título, Green Hell. Es un juego de supervivencia. Does this game have story mode? Not yet, it's still in early access. This is day 1 early access. So the game does have an introduction, a tutorial that is the story mode, but it's not finished yet. You have the very first part of the story mode, which is a tutorial, then you can jump straight into the survival mode. But the story mode is not made yet. They need to develop it. So this is very early on in the development. I mean, early on for release. I mean, the game is working. The performance could be better, but I'll try medium and low settings right now. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to find water. If there's no water, well, I'll just go try medium settings. I think there's some over here. Nope. But yeah, let's just try medium settings. Let's see if we can get this to a higher frame rate. Alt F4. And let's do this. Run the game. We select medium settings. As you can see, 1080p medium settings. Let's jump back in. I'll change the status over here. This will be 1080p medium right now. Perfect. Is there a map? Good question, I couldn't find it. But as soon as I find a map, I'll try it out. I'm very bad at survival games. Next stream for which game? Tomorrow I'll be streaming Insurgency Sandstorm, the beta. Okay, survival. Oh, my bad. Load game. We go back to the previous place. As you can remember, we were getting 35 to 45 frames per second sometimes. Well, 45 was quite rare, so I would say 35 to 40. So yeah, let's try medium settings. Let's see what happens. Please play CSGO. I play CSGO on my channel many times. You can find those in my channel. I'm building a new budget PC, so should I go with i3-8100 or i5-8400? And I have already decided to buy 1063GB. If you can afford the i5-8400, go for it. It'll last longer. On CPU intensive games you'll be getting better results. So yeah, keep that in mind. The i5-8400 is a better CPU. That's no doubt about it. That's why it's more expensive. Okay, so medium settings were over 40 frames per second, at least right now. Yeah, it seems to be. But I can already notice a lot of pop-in and lower resolution shadows, as you can see. The shadow maps are significantly worse, and the shadow draw distance is as well. So there's a lot of pop-in now, worse shadows. So to sum up, worse draw distance, worse shadows. So yeah, medium looks significantly worse so far. But we're getting a better frame rate. We still have those cut rates. They don't seem to be... Yeah, they seem to be screen space. Not really volumetric. I'll find out once I keep moving the camera. Al parecer le falta mucha optimización a este juego. Sí, por ahora sí, porque bueno, está en Early Access. Es el primer día de Early Access. Era de esperarse. I was saying in Spanish, some people were saying that this game is badly optimized. Well, that's to be expected. It's Early Access, day one Early Access. So it was expected to have bad performance, of course. This, in my opinion, isn't as bad as I expected. When I saw all the vegetation in the in the screenshots and all that, I was expecting like, I don't know, 30 frames per second on low settings or something like that, with a ton of stutter. I have to say, if there's stutter when I'm moving the camera, it seems that the game is loading something. But at least for early access, the game is not unplayable. Hopefully it happens like on The Forest, that they start just developing more and more, the game improves a lot. And it's completely different from the first version. I mean, I remember The Forest on the first day on early access, it was significantly different. So yeah, I'll say I'll give it a chance. Of course, once this game gets out of early access or gets a major change in how it looks and performs, I'll make another video updating you on that. But as of right now, this is day one. So day one, I don't usually go with high expectations. I've been burned by many early access games already. And I don't really know how to play the game yet, so that makes a difference. And I still cannot find any water. Sí, a eso me refería, hay muchísima vegetación. There's a lot of vegetation, so yeah, it's more GPU bound. Y usa muchísimo tarjeta de video. No tanto procesador, pero más que nada tarjeta de video. I was saying that it uses a lot of GPU and not so much CPU. So that makes sense due to the amount of foliage. I mean, look at all the foliage here. And this is medium settings though, so there's more vegetation on higher settings, or at least it seems like it. So yeah, let me see the notebook, stone trap. Okay, I unlocked all this stuff, good. Can you huggy a piggy? I cannot even reach them, so maybe I'll try it later. Where are you from, Santiago? I'm from Uruguay, a country between Argentina and Brazil. There's a snake. Oh, the snake got it. Oh man, another snake. Snake? What's happening? Okay, I'll jump straight into low settings. So give me a second, guys. I want to see if we can get at least 60 frames per second. That would be nice. I mean, in a survival game, it doesn't really matter that much. It's not like a first-person shooter. So we're going to very low directly. Let's see if we can at least hit 60s. And as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, that the frame rate in these kinds of games, the survival stuff, those kinds of games don't usually require a very high frame rate, at least in my opinion. You're not actively aiming something with a lot of precision. So let's just try lower settings into the match we're right now. Strange Brigade benchmark GTX 1050. No, I had to skip that one. Sorry. It was too expensive and I wasn't expecting it to do so well. I was also testing some other games, so I didn't have time to test it and it was a little expensive. So I decided not to buy it this time around, maybe later on. But it looks like a fun game from the people that made Sniper Elite. So I'm really excited for that game, but I had to skip some, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the lowest settings. And I can see that the shadows, the filtering is decent, but the resolution is very low. The shadow cascades are also, yeah. The shadows are just flickering when I'm moving very fast. The pop-in is more aggressive, but it's not that different from the medium settings. The big thing that I see in difference are the shadows. The pop-in is very similar to the higher settings, to medium. But the shadows are significantly worse, and the performance isn't changed that much, which makes sense. The game doesn't look that much different. Well, the pop-in there was insane. So yeah, too heavy on the GPU. As you can see, the GPU, sorry, a fly was going by. As you can see, the GPU is maxed out, the CPU is not, so the game is GPU bound right now. But probably if they turn off the vegetation, it would destroy the atmosphere. So I guess that makes sense why it doesn't look that much different. I forgot to change the status to very low. There we go, very low right now. So yeah, my recommendation here, if you're trying to lower settings to get better performance, avoid anything below medium settings. Medium settings run very similar to this, and it looked a little better, especially on the shadow department. I mean, look at this. Look at these shadows. So yeah, avoid very low settings if you try to get better performance. The ground looks weird as well. Maybe there's no ambient occlusion or something like that. But there's some here. Hard to tell. But yeah, this is distracting. So I'll try a lower resolution. Let's switch to 900p. So yeah, between medium and the lowest, I don't recommend going for that. If you're trying to lower settings, go for medium. If you're trying to get better visuals and grab up performance, just crank it up to ultra. If ultra drops below 30, I mean it's like 28 maybe. Well, the popping here is very aggressive, as I could see. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, the pop-in is more aggressive. So yeah, between medium and very low, just stay on medium. Performance is very similar. Graphics are better. So yeah, let's switch to 900p. So I'll just zoom in here once again. We put 900p. Let's try medium first. So we try to get the best performance possible. And let's play the game. I'll change the status to 900p medium. So you guys know what's going on. And well, very low still under 50, yeah, but very low didn't look that much different compared to the, what was the name of this? To medium. So yeah, that was disappointing, but whatever. I'll try it on medium 900p now. Let me see if it's actually 900p because the overlay didn't change. Well, it says Naruto Shinobi Striker. I didn't know that game existed, so I might check it out. We'll see. I have 3 GB version and enough for me. Few games go over 3 GB VRAM usage is my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It all depends on your use case, of course. Okay, so 900p, we're getting over 50 frames per second, medium settings, as you can see right now. So yeah, this is actually 900p. I can see that the edges are blurrier. So yeah, this is actually 900p. So yeah, the game is significantly smoother, but when I move the camera very quickly, I get some spikes in the frame time. That should be the game loading assets. Yeah, the floor looks significantly better on medium. So between medium and very low, once again, just avoid very low, go for medium. The performance is very similar, but the visuals are significantly better. Man, the stutter. Sometimes when you move the camera very quickly, again, just keep that in mind. But remember, once again, a lot of vegetation. The vegetation even has some simulation onto it, it seems, some of it. And this is day 1 early access, don't forget that. You turn around when you spawn, follow the path and head left. There's a fishing dock area with beds, water purifier. Whoa, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I have to turn around when you spawn, follow the path, head left. So where I spawned, it was over there. I hope I can find it. But yeah. I'm already lost. So okay, I'm in the plane here. Where do I have to go? Alright. A3 has hyper-threading though, so for the price A3 might be a better choice. Man, not sure what you're talking about. Okay. There's some stuff over here. Beef jerky, delicious.
God, I'm thirsty.
Of course you are. Obsidian stone. Maggots. I don't know how to cure the disease. Let's see. Okay. I cannot find anything. That's alright. But yeah, the performance here is fine, as you can see. Fine, because there are some frame time spikes. Okay, there's no more fever. Well, I died. Okay, fantastic. I just died. I forgot that I was poisoned. Classic me on survival games. How long is the rig future-proof? There's no way to know. It's raining now. Okay, good. I can see if the reflections do anything. But we're still over 50 frames per second on 900p. So yeah, let's hit straight here, turn left, like somebody said in the chat, which I really appreciate. Hey piggy! Pigger! Oh, a snake. That was close. The i3 is better, go check benchmarks. The first i3 is plus i5. Oh, you mean because of the 4 cores? Yeah, of course, the i3 now is what the i5 used to be in the 7th gen, or close to that. Now that i3s have 4 cores instead of 2 cores for threads, that's a big advantage. But yeah, Ryzen had to, thanks to Ryzen we have that. Ryzen just pushed Intel into making quad-core i3s, which I really appreciate. That's competition. That's why you don't fanboy one side over the other. But yeah, there's no way to know, as I was saying, I forgot I was mentioning it. There's no way to know for how long a PC will last with the latest games and all that. So yeah, keep that in mind. You just risk it. But if it runs many of the games you're trying to play, just go for it. Just drop it here. Alright. That looks dangerous. Yep. But it looks nice. Yeah, bad idea. Yes, it did. Ryzen is good for bringing Intel prices down. Sorry about that. Yeah, my voice tends to die very quickly, especially when I'm 40 minutes streaming. But yeah, so far 900p medium means over 50 frames per second. Oh, some bugs. Good, a rash. And there's a dead mouse here. Just oh, there's an ant hill. Okay, I thought it was a rock. I took it. I took some ants, and man, that's catastrophic. Let's take the mouse and get out of there. That was bad. That was terrible. I didn't even notice it was an anthill. Oh, there's a spider. So dangerous to be outside. Let's check the vitals. Nothing here. Oh man, my arm. My arm. No. Alright. Now drop below 50. Interesting. Maybe because it's raining. So let's try to do something about it. Oh man, a snake. Yeah, I'm going to die anyway. I'll try the highest settings, 900p now. That should give us a better idea on what's going on. So let's try this one more time. We go into play. We select very high. It wasn't a big difference in performance between very high and high. It was like 5 FPS, at least on 1080p. So yeah, let's give it a try. 900p Ultra. So this is now 900p Ultra. Can you please test Rocket League? I tested that on the 1050 Ti. If you're asking about other GPUs, I'll keep it in mind for later. I'm not good at that game, so... but it doesn't matter, it's about performance, I know. So yeah, I'm usually kind of frustrated while playing that game. That's why I don't usually do performance tests on that one. But yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Swapping out parts every 2 years for like $200 for getting a monster PC for 2K 4 years. Kind of difficult. I usually just try to have a good enough CPU, not that fantastic GPU, enough RAM, and then just swap the GPU every now and then. That's usually what worked for me along the years, swapping GPUs. That's what I mostly do. But it depends. Sometimes you can get a big jump in processing power. When a new console releases, there's usually a big jump in system requirements. So yeah, it can vary. I usually just try to switch only the GPU. Okay, so maximum settings on 900p is over 30 frames per second right now. On 1080p was below 30. It was 30 with some drops into the mid-20s sometimes. There are some extra stutters, but overall, yeah, to be expected, better than 1080p. Better shadows, better draw distance. Not perfect, but to be expected. I cannot drink the water from the floor. A piece of a plane. Convenience. And here's the same place as before. Alright. No, not this. Some maggots. Do you guys think that buying used non-K CPU is risky? CPUs usually last a long time, so as long as you trust the seller, it should be fine. Just ask for a test. Ask the seller to test it. If you go to the seller's place, ask them for some proof. That's usually the best way, I think. Some fire under this rock, why not? I don't have a machete, so I cannot really chop down trees. Let me see that, the backpack, obsidian stone. Beef jerky, effects of consumption unknown. This guy never ate beef jerky. Let's eat it. 5 carbohydrates, 36 proteins, 26 fats. That's interesting. I like how this looks here. Kind of cool, the inventory. Try to get 45 frames per second and then cap it at 45. You'll get really smooth gameplay. Yeah, I mean, that's personal preference. I usually try to target 30 or 60 since that's what the standard is. 60 or 30. If you want to do 45, you can do so just fine. On medium settings in this case, it seems to be the best way to get that number. But really it can vary. Sometimes when it rains, it drops the frame rate. So yeah. I'm looking for some sticks. No, I cannot punch trees. As you can see, this is not arc. And yeah. Hey, my 30 frames per second looks stuttering. What do you mean? Are you using VSync? Can you do 1050 benchmarks? Yeah, sometimes I try to do them. But when a new game releases, I don't have enough time to do new games on a timely basis and test the 4 GPUs. So I usually stick to 3 GPU tests, the 1050 Ti, the 1060 and the 750 Ti. And then when I have more time available, I repeat those tests on the 1050 2GB. So yeah, it's a time thing. Time is limited, unfortunately.
God, I'm thirsty.
Okay, some fruit. Good stuff. I hope it's good stuff. More weird fruit. Finally, another stick. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, thanks Sahendra for the super chat. Yeah, just today I enabled super chat, I know, because some people were asking me to do it. So thank you so much for the donation, those 20 Indian something. I'm sorry I don't know the currency from India, but I know it's from India because you're from India. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's the Insta? What do you mean? What do you mean by the Insta? I thought you were saying a 57450. Oh, they are talking to each other. My bad. I thought they were talking to me. Another stick, good. I'm just trying to start a fire. Yeah, I'm a very basic human being. Don't judge me for that. A stone. Not going to fall through that. You're also Indian. Oh, what a coincidence. That scared me. Alright, let's go back to base. I think I have enough sticks. Oh, a snake. Jesus. 4 cores, 8 threads is more ideal at least. Yes, of course. But there's not always a choice. I tried VSync and FPS capping, I try everything. I see your 30 frames per second smooth. Once again, as I say many times, don't take what you see in the video as how smooth the game is. It's not the same to watch a video than to play a game. It's not the same at all. Videos might look very smooth, but while you're actually playing the game, it can vary. So yeah, don't take that as a reference. When you're not controlling the game, you don't feel the smoothness or the choppiness of it. Oh man, somebody's singing. What the hell? Hello guys. I'm out of here. Yeah, they're attacking me. Thanks Sahendra for another 40 Indian stuff donation. I really appreciate it. That helps the channel a lot. I wouldn't be able to keep it up that easily. Oh, they're very fast. I'm done. I'm going to die. But yeah, really, donations really help out the channel. I'll keep it up. If I don't die by this tribe. Oh, they're throwing rocks at me. Oh, and this is broken. How convenient. Let's see if I can do the Crash Bandicoot thing and go through the ropes. Yes, I can. I can Crash Bandicoot through it. I don't know if that was planned, but it worked. And I cannot go through this. That sucks. Yeah. Finally, someone tell me. Yeah, no problem. I mean, it's kind of difficult. If you're used to 60 frames per second, 30 will look very choppy. So I usually, to do constant 30 frames per second without feeling it choppy, I cut the frame rate at 30, but without VSync. That's usually my best way. But yeah. Okay, I'm trapped in here. I wasn't supposed to get here, I think, because I cannot go further. Sorry about that. And the tribe is waiting for me at the other side. So I think this is a good moment to switch to 720p. Oh, my Instagram. I don't use Instagram. Is this Dark Souls? Yeah, probably. Dark Souls without guns and in a jungle. Okay, I'll switch to 720 because I'm trapped. It's a good time to do 720. So I play. I switch to, yeah, I keep it on very high, 720. So these are the settings. And we play again. Alright. I switch the status to 720 Ultra. Perfect. And let's try this again. How long do you think 8 GB of RAM will be enough? I don't know, probably till the next console cycle starts. I guess by 2020, maybe. Some games are using more than 8 GB though, especially the Battlefield games online. Those are using more than 8 GB. Battlefield 5, some people told me use more than 8. Battlefield 1 sometimes uses more than 8 in very intensive multiplayer matches. So I'd say when the PS5 arrives or something like that, 16 GB will be a must, because games are usually meant for the actual consoles and they're scaled up for the PC with better shadows, better draw distances, but when they're made from the ground up for better hardware, my English, Jesus. When they're built from the ground up for better hardware, it's usually more demanding. As usual, when there were PS3 games as the norm, it was much easier to run them. When the PS4 came out, it was much harder, because the consoles will have more RAM, I guess. And well, 720p Ultra, as you can see, we're over 30 frames per second just fine. Over 40, to be more realistic. There's still stutter when turning around, to be expected. Once again, early access. So yeah, let's go to the camp, because it's always in the same place. And let's grab all the gear. I go grab some sticks, as usual. Even for a game like Star Citizen, well, that's not a game I'll see on a console. At least not right now. So I guess it makes sense. Was the PS3 capped at 720p? The PS3 had some 1080p games. I don't remember which ones, but there were some 1080p games. Santiago, conviene cambiar de un i5 7300 a una octava generación. Pasaría a tener 4 núcleos, 4 hilos, a 6 núcleos, 6 hilos. Si te sentís limitado por esos 4 núcleos, me parece que vale la pena. Pero vas a tener que cambiar la placa madre. Okay. A bird's nest. Oh, this should help me to start a fire. Oh, a snake. Not again. Not again. Another snake. Oh man. Also, as I'm planning on using extra RAM for editing. Well, if you're planning to use extra RAM for editing, more than 8 GB is a must, in my opinion. It makes such a big difference. I use After Effects. Well, After Effects is a system RAM hog, but even in Adobe Premiere, it makes a difference when you are rendering, especially, at least in my case, when I'm rendering some Premiere stuff. I get very high RAM usage for 1440p footage. So yeah, if you're editing, go for 16 gigabytes right away. You should stream sometimes if you get time on Twitch or YouTube. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I try to... I mean, my streams are meant to do performance tests without having to do like a day of research. I can just jump straight into the game and show you guys my first impressions on the performance. But I don't see it like a good way to, I don't know, if I'm just playing a game. That's more of a let's play thing. And that's not what I do in the channel. But we'll see later. It's very different from doing benchmarks. Oh, not the tribe again. Not the tribe again. F those guys. Hola, Z Will, ¿todo bien? Oh, you use Vegas Pro 15. I don't know how that program uses resources. I do like how it uses the CPU though. But yeah, Vegas, I don't remember how it ran exactly. And well, here I'm at the same place as before, as you can see. This is, oh, not another snake. The developers don't probably expect you to jump here like on Crash Bandicoot when you were a kid and keep going. You cannot go further than that. So that was funny. So yeah, don't go through that. Not a good idea. More sticks. Good. Let's go back to base, if I remember where that was. I have a G5400, 64 gigs of RAM, 1066 GB. Why can't I play Angry Birds? Why? You probably don't have enough RAM. I think that's why. Any anti-aliasing? No, we only have presets right now. We have very high, medium, low, and very low. Medium and very low don't have the performance is not that different. But what was I saying? But medium looks much better. And so far I noticed that I didn't notice much of an anti-aliasing solution. Maybe there is a temporal reconstruction. Because it looks, I mean, it doesn't look perfect. There's some shimmering here and there. But it's hidden very well. So yeah. Even at 720p, you get pretty good edges. So yeah, there's some sort of temporal anti-aliasing going on, it seems. Let me see if I move this very fast. Yeah, kind of hard to tell, but it seems to be a temporal solution. How's the game? Is it fun? This is a survival game, and I'm not good at them. So yeah, some people might find it fun. I don't usually sure because I didn't play it enough. I'm trying to learn the game. But yeah, so far I didn't run into crashes, I didn't run into any of that stuff.
I'm thirsty.
Just some small problems with the performance here and there, because it's very GPU bound. And the tribe was trying to chase me. That was very annoying. I'm just trying to learn the game at the same time. Let me see if I can destroy this. Yeah, let's just drop this. If I can destroy them, it would be good. No. How do I destroy this? Oh man, I suck. Oh, okay. I got it. Harvest. Never mind. Oh man, it's 3 more sticks. And let's see if I can cure myself, because the snake got me real good. I can. Candy bar. Reconnect flash. Unknown mushroom. Yeah, that should be the best. Yeah, the best option should be the mushroom. Let's eat it. Okay, nothing happened. Unknown fruit. Yeah, let's eat it. I'm still poisoned, so I'm not sure what do I have to do. Let's see. Oh, here. Oh, and I died. Yeah, of course, I was poisoned. Alright, let's switch to 720p high, and then we'll do 720p medium, and that will be it. So we quit the game. And let's zoom it in once again. And we're doing 720p high, as you can see here. Very good. We play. And on the status, 720p high. And let's go. Maybe try to craft a stick and stone. Maybe you get something. Yeah, I'll try it out. I'm trying not to get bit by snakes. That's kind of difficult. You're my mentor. No, I'm not a mentor. That's ridiculous. Oh, load game. That's a good idea. You died. Oh, you added him on Steam. Good. Have fun, guys. Performance of this game on 1050 is terrible. Yeah, I could see that. But at least we can get playable frame rates with some tweaking and some resolution lowering. What I was kind of impressed is that the edges, despite being a lower resolution, are not too bad. And I'm looking at a 24-inch 1080p monitor. So it seems to have some anti-aliasing, temporal anti-aliasing going on. Now I see it a little too blurry. So yeah, here 720p is noticeable compared to the highest settings. Let's see if we can maintain over 50 all the time at 720p. Another snake, no thank you, Mr. Snake. Oh, yeah, once the game loaded. Alright, much better. But again, it's significantly smoother now, but in my opinion, you don't need 60 frames per second on a survival game of this style. It's not like you're doing some precise aiming or anything of the sort. It's not like playing Call of Duty or PUBG. You're just grabbing stuff from the floor and crafting and fleeing from people. So yeah, I don't think it's 100% necessary. We'll see once we get into decent fighting. Craft. And what can I do with this? Probably nothing at all. I don't even know what I'm doing. A spoiled banana. Whatever. Let's go back. I'm going to find some sticks and do some fire. Since I started the stream, I'm trying to do that. That's embarrassing. So yeah. I have only one stick. Let's harvest it. So I have some small sticks now. And let's go get some. I'm scared because I bought a 1050 Ti recently. Well, don't be scared because this is an early access game, the first day of early access of this game. So everything you see here is subject to change. So the graphics can change, the performance, the way the game controls, the mechanics, everything can change. Oh no, not another one. Stick, finally, another one. We harvest, so we get some small sticks. Beautiful. Does this run Google Chrome? I need to know. I don't know, I have to try it. Google Chrome is very RAM intensive, so you never know. Some people, the legends say that you need like 64 gigabytes of RAM to run Google Chrome with more than one tab open. Imagine that. Insanity. What frame rate will we get if we get not stream or streamer recording? The frame rate will be the same. I'm recording with a separate PC, so that means that one PC is taking care of the stream, the other PC is just running the game. So there's no performance hit here while streaming. I'm using different PCs for each of the things. So I hope that answered your question. Yes, I'll try Scum later on. Not sure when, but I want to play it. It seems interesting. Sorry about that. Yes, it does. What do you mean by yes it does? Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it was a joke. That's the thing. The Chrome thing that I said was a joke. Another stick, good. I need like 1,000 more to make a fire. Perfection. We're an hour in already on the stream. It won't take too long. I'll try medium later on 720p. And we'll see what we do. Tomorrow I'll be doing Insurgency, so be ready for that. A lot of me dying in the battlefield. But yeah. And here I'm getting more stutter. It seems to be loading the rest of the map. And look at this draw distance. Yeah, that palm tree doesn't like me. Or I can finally hug a pig. No, never mind. He wasn't stuck. Oh man, seen your videos for so long. You bought a 1060 after seeing my tests? Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I hope you're having fun with the 1060. A great card. And welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Cool. Yeah, this game looks good so far. It has a lot of pop-in, but it makes sense due to the amount of foliage and the fact that this is very early access, which means that this is the first day of early access. I know I'm repeating this a lot, but that's because, well, the game is in early access. Some people forget about that. But still, let's see if we're having problems with this guy. Let's see.
I'm thirsty.
Oh, what is this? Alright, that was a leech. Then another one here. Oh, I like that. You can remove them manually. I like that mechanic. Very easy to use. I wish more games did that. Ugh, a leech. Disgusting. Is the stream ray traced though? No, not yet. This stream is not ray traced. As you can see, my face is 2D. I'm just a rasterization, which sucks. The only thing that I can ray trace right now is the text. As you can see on my left, that text is completely ray traced. That's why this game is not running well. No, I'm kidding. This has nothing to do with ray tracing. But I don't imagine a ray traced stream. That would be kind of weird. It will be like a 3D simulation of the streamer in real time. Kind of creepy, actually. Okay, 3 more sticks, and I'm ready to make a fire with, once I find something to burn. And yeah, when I'm running around, it stutters. Again, it seems to be loading stuff, which sucks. But hey, it's not like okay, another snake. Getting the stick and running away. Thanks. It's not annoying because it's every now and then, so I'm not mad about that. That will probably be fixed later on. But you never know. Right now, this is what we have. I have a little question. Do you speak Spanish? Yes, of course. Spanish is my native language. English, I learned English since, yeah, I started learning English at 3 years old, so My native language is Spanish, that's why my English has some issues, as you can hear. But still. More sticks. And another one. I cannot see anti-aliasing, Brandon. What do you mean? What do you mean by you can't see anti-aliasing? This game is like real life with all the pigs, leeches and snakes. Agreed, yeah. I hate when I go to take the bus and a snake is waiting for me. That's terrible. Oh, no. Not another one. Stop that. Oh man, the snakes. They're everywhere. At least they don't try to reach me. I have to just run into them. That makes it less scary. Oh, I know Spanish, dude. Despacito. I hate that meme. That meme is so annoying. But still. Oh, great. The snake got me, but I didn't get poisoned. So good. That's good. Finally. A piggy. Thanks. You love my accent. Thanks. My accent is a guy that speaks Spanish trying to speak English, but yeah, kind of weird. It's not even Spanish from Spain, it's Spanish from South America, so it sounds even weirder, I have to say. But thanks, I appreciate it. Is the game good? Should I get it? If you like survival games, this should be good. At least for what I could see, it has the crafting, it has, you can check on your own body, as you can see. Right here, you can inspect your arm. I have some leeches, I have to remove them. Goodbye. Which I think is an interesting mechanic. There's something in my foot there. Nothing here. And on the other arm, nothing. I think that's an interesting mechanic. But again, I'm not good at survival games so far. You have to do the crafting, trying to survive like on the other survival games. You can chop some wood from these smaller trees if you have the right tools. You can craft tools, you can craft fireplaces, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty standard for a survival game. But again, I like that mechanic that you can look at your own arms and remove the leeches and all that. That could be interesting, depending on what else you can do with it. You can see, even if you got bit by a snake, the marks on your foot. Oh, talking about that, I just got bit by a snake. Thank you, I jinxed it. Yeah. So what a good moment to show off the mechanics. So I have fever now. Let's check on this guy's arms. Why do I open this? No, not crafting, I have to inspect. Okay, this is the snake bite, it seems. Not very good. Let's see here, nothing. Nothing. A leech. Beautiful. So yeah, in this arm, as you can see, I have been bit by a snake. Not sure how to cure that. So yeah, I think that's an interesting mechanic, but I don't know how much of the game is complete. There will be a story mode, but we only have the tutorial, which is a prologue. Then you just get dropped into the survival area, which is here. So with early access games, I usually just wait for them to get more content. They don't necessarily need to be completed for me to play them. I usually just want to get enough content. On this one, I don't know how much content there is right now, so I cannot say for sure. Maybe if somebody plays more hours, he or she can tell you. Unfortunately, I can't, because I only played an hour, and I've been dying over and over. I got bit by a snake again, and I'm going to die again. Good moment to switch to 720p medium. So yeah, I mean, wait for more reviews. If it has enough content, I think it's good so far as a survival. Traveled 2.3 kilometers, vomited 0 times, survived 0 days. Usually what happens to me in survival games. So let's just go to this and swap to medium settings. It also doesn't have an options menu in game for the graphics. So we put medium, as you can see, medium 720p. We kill the magnifier and we change the status to 720p medium. And after I'm done with medium settings, I'll tell you my conclusion for the little I played with this game. And yes, will you test Scum? Yes, I will, but I need it maybe next week. We'll see how it goes with Insurgency tomorrow, and if I can actually buy the game, because I couldn't pre-order Scum. I'm not sure if it's a region thing or something. Let me check if I can buy it. Yes, I can buy it. Good. Alright. Good to know. I can buy Scum now. I wasn't able to pre-order it. So yeah, definitely. I'll test Scum later on, once I get my hands on it. Right now I'm testing this game, and after this I'll be gone. So, and tomorrow I'll be doing Insurgency Sandstorm Beta. So maybe on Friday I'll stream Scum. We'll see. But thanks for the request. I really appreciate it. You read that FreeSync on NVIDIA GPU article? Yes, it was very interesting. They were using an APU as the integrated graphics with an NVIDIA GPU, and you could do FreeSync with an NVIDIA GPU. That's a good exploit, I have to say. Unfortunately, I don't have the APU, the AMD APU anymore, so I cannot do it. But that's cool. I really like that. I wish we only had one solution instead of G-Sync and FreeSync. It will be much better. FreeSync monitors are much cheaper, so I'll want to get FreeSync as the norm, so I can use that on my monitors, because my monitors are FreeSync as well, but I have an NVIDIA GPU, which is frustrating. It would be good to try out FreeSync, but hey, whatever. It's just a thing of waiting. We'll get a solution sooner or later. So okay, let's go into the wilderness. Liverpool fun here. Yes, my base in Man City. Oh, Manchester City, I see. I guess. Man City. Will you test Blackout Beta? Yeah, of course. I'll also test Battlefield 5 Beta, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, no worries with that. Okay, so far, for some reason on 720 I cannot maintain over 50 that consistently compared to 900p. As you can see here, we are now with low GPU usage. So the game doesn't like high frame rates, it seems. Not unexpected. So yeah. But the CPU is not maxed out, so I don't think it's a CPU thing. More mushrooms, delicious. Alright. Nothing to do here. But yeah, when you're running around, you're usually dropping frames, especially if you just do a quick turn. You can get a spike in the frame time. So yeah, that seems to be a thing with the game loading assets very quickly. And I hate snakes. As you can see, this snake right here, it's been annoying me the whole time. I'm already poisoned, I'm dying. Perfect, fantastic. So let's just inspect ourselves.
God, I'm thirsty.
Nothing here. Whoa, that doesn't look good at all. Look at that. Oh man. Another leech. I'll probably find a leech to get the poison out. Hopefully I can find one of those. A dead frog. Come here, buddy. I'll save you from dying again, I guess. Even if it's already dead. I know it works that way. Yeah, you could just stream games casually. Well, I might try it sometime. The thing is that I usually play online with friends, PUBG and Rainbow Six. My friends don't speak English. Well, I have one friend that speaks English, but he doesn't play a lot. My friend that plays a lot of games doesn't speak English. So it will be a stream of me speaking Spanish, talking to you guys in English while communicating with my teammates in Spanish. It will be very weird. So that's why I'm not doing casual streams, and they're not benchmarks, so that's pretty much the reason why. But I can put a frame rate counter. I don't know. We'll see. Not an idea for me right now. But thanks for the suggestion. It looks like Arc. No, Arc is very different. Very, very different. But visually it looks pretty good, I have to say. Without considering all the popping and all that. This is medium settings. But on ultra settings is much better. I mean, look at medium settings. The shadow draw distance is very distracting, as you can see. Look at these trees. It's just shadows, shadows, shadows. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thirsty too, my man. And I'm trying to find leeches, but I don't find any. 6 cores, 12 threads. Yeah, it's a beast. So we have to learn Spanish. Yes, that's correct. You have to learn Spanish. I don't have to speak English. Oh, so angry. Yeah, I mean, speaking Spanish, I can help you out if you want to practice. I speak Spanish natively. Oh yeah, this guy is about to die, so I'll go in to offer the body of this guy to the snake. Hello, Mr. Snake. Thank you. Alright. That was very funny. NVIDIA will push it to more games to sell cards. Yes, of course. That's what NVIDIA wants. If ray tracing becomes standard, the RTX, they'll sell more cards, that's for sure. Okay, I don't have much more to show you here. This is about it. As you could see, 720p, 900p, 1080p. So for the settings, unfortunately this game does not have a... Oh, it does have an options menu. They changed it, okay. As you can see, we have soft shadows here. I didn't find this the first time. So you have the shadows options. So this was medium, but if I put high, it seems to put this on high as well. In the main menu, we didn't have these options, so it's a little inconsistent with the settings. At least it's good to have some options in the game itself, but there wasn't in the in the main menu. So what a surprise! Okay, so if the quality is very high, high, medium, and low. Yeah, this is the quality I was touching outside of the game. Let's see if they change in real time. Great. I mean, I was looking for the graphics options. They weren't in the options menu. I couldn't find them in the tutorial, but they were in the post menu the whole time. Yeah, it seems to be changing in real time. Okay. Some of it. Yeah, not everything changes. Okay. So I'm glad I restarted the game. Some of these things don't change in real time, apparently. Let's see. Usually restarting the game after changing settings is a good idea. But yeah, some things change, some others don't seem to. But just to be sure, restarting the game is a good idea. Anyways, for 720p, as I was saying, medium settings, you sometimes get drops into the mid-40s when you're running around, but you're usually over 50 frames per second. But you're running around the majority of the time, so that's something to keep in mind. Then if you go for ultra settings, you're over 30 frames per second all the time. If you switch to high settings, you can be closer to 50, but it looks a little worse as usual. So my recommendation, if you're trying to get the best graphics possible and try to be over 30, you can go for very high on 720p or 900p. If you want to go for 1080p, don't use very high, it drops below 30 frames per second. Just stick to high settings. Then if you want 60 frames per second, it's very difficult to do so. You have to lower the resolution. First of all, on 1080p I couldn't get anywhere close 60. On 900p and 720, I could do it on medium settings, but when you're running around, it can drop into the 40s. Sometimes when the game is loading assets, it can drop quite a bit. And on 720p, you can be close to that on high settings. So yeah, something to keep in mind. 1080p, you cannot get 60s. 900p and 720, you can be in a variable frame rate, being between 45 and 60. Over 60, it didn't stay there for very long, unless it was in a very detailed area and you were standing still. Let's try to just run in a straight line. As you can see, the frame times start being inconsistent as you are trying to run. That's because the game is loading assets. But again, remember, this is a work in progress, early access, first day of early access. So this game is just out to the public today. So yeah, there will be a lot of things being worked on at the same time. But yeah, I need to get better at survival games. This was terrible gameplay. But at least I could see the performance, which is what I mostly care about when I do these videos. We're an hour and a half in. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about the normal latency? It has, normal latency means the highest stream quality possible, plus you can rewind the stream to whatever moment you want, which I think is a great thing. But there's a 30-second delay from the chat to me. Let me see the stats. 13 seconds. Oh, okay. There wasn't a 30-second latency. It was 13 to 20 seconds. So that's good. The latency was significantly less than I expected. So do you want me to keep this normal latency, or do you want me to use ultra low latency, which is significantly worse quality of the stream? But I get to talk to you in like 2 seconds. From the chat to me, there's 2 seconds of latency. Let me know in the community section. I made a poll there. You can just vote. But so far, I think normal is fine. The stream looks very good, in my opinion. Yeah, there's some blockiness, but that's because of the bitrate. And well, it's usually YouTube just trying to compensate. They just destroy the footage every time, and I died. Classic. A good way to end the stream, by dying in a survival game. So yeah, low latency. Okay, that's a good option. We have low and ultra low latency. Random, please do not buy a 1080 for Fortnite, I beg you. Yeah, don't buy a 1080 for Fortnite unless you want to do, well, even a 1060 you can do very high frame rates with it. 720p stream is okay. This is 1080p. This is not 720. Let me check. Oh, 1080 looks even better. Magical. But yeah, due to the amount of foliage, there's a lot of blockiness. That's due to the compression, to be expected. YouTube needs to fix that. But yeah, I don't see how though. It doesn't look impressive if I am honest. Well, that's what I was saying right now. That's because there's a lot of stuff going on. If there wasn't that much vegetation on screen, there wouldn't be that much blockiness. But if I was in ultra low latency, there will be even more blockiness. So yeah, I have to see. Maybe in games that have a lot of foliage, I do normal latency, and on games that don't have that much detail going on, use normal low latency. I don't know. I'll see. Okay, around 2000 is a pre-built. I didn't have time to go through building it myself. Oh, that's cool. I didn't see which specs you have, but yeah, that must be a good build. If it costs that much, and you know what you're doing, of course. Live stream and I will literally learn Spanish. Okay, you're going to learn Spanish. I'm going to say I'm going to learn Spanish in Spanish. Voy a aprender español en español. But yeah, that's what I said. Fortnite runs on Unreal Engine 4, which isn't very demanding. Well, it depends. It's very demanding. Yeah, that's right. That's a typo. It depends. Fortnite has very good optimization so far. But okay guys, I have to finish the stream now. We've been an hour and 30 minutes streaming. I tested all I wanted to test. You can rewatch this in the past live streams playlist. It's over there. But yeah, I'm going to answer one more question and yeah, I'll leave. My motherboard supports my CPU socket but not the CPU. And when I'm gaming, my CPU speed drops from 3.4 to 299. If your motherboard doesn't support the CPU, despite having the same socket, it doesn't support it. I mean, if it's not in the webpage, I don't see why it would be supported. Not sure what you mean. Make sure that the temperatures are fine. What model is my 1050 Ti? EVGA superclocked. It's in the description. Okay, I'll say goodbye and bye-bye. I'll say hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be leaving the stream. See you guys next time. That's about it. I'll see you, yeah, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye.